Let's hop in my Maserati. Baby, hop in my Maserati.
Hello guys, how are you today? Trust you're doing good. If you're watching this video for the first time, kindly don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell to get upcoming videos from my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the highlights of the US presidential election that happened recently. But before then, I'd like to tell you more about the debate. The debate happened on the 29th of September 2020, and it was between Donald Trump, who happens to be the Republican candidate, and Joe Biden, who happens to be the Democratic Party candidate. Honestly, it was a fierce and keenly contested debate, honestly, and I must say that it further reflects and underscores the kind of personality Donald Trump is. Right from time we all see America as the #1 country in the world, being the fact that it's the most powerful country in the world. So we expect that whatever is going to come out from America is going to be what other countries follow. But unfortunately, ever since Trump came into power, it's been awkward and giving us all kinds of strange and bizarre kind of statements, actions, and all of that. Imagine the president of America saying that if he doesn't win the election, he might likely not step down. I mean, who does that in America? Seriously? I mean, honestly, it's not really an interesting one from Trump there. So basically, we're going to talk about the highlights of the debate. Stay tuned and watch. Thank you.
I want to make sure.
Graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
He doesn't know how to do that. He has.
You'd be surprised.
You pick
You'd be surprised.
the wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time.
Listen, did you use the word smart? You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Vote now.
You're going to pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why would
because,
you answer that
because
question?
the
You
question
work with a lot
is
of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justice,
the
radical
question,
left.
Would you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list?
You folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID? How many of you were in a situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact, say goodbye.
You would have lost far
How
more
many
people.
people?
To be
This is the same man
It's
who
all
told
set
you
up.
by Easter this would be gone away. By the warm weather, it'd be gone. Miraculous, like a miracle. And by the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. This is the
That
same
was
man.
said sarcastically.
That was
you know that.
40,000 people a day are contracting COVID. In addition to that, about between 750 and 1,000 people a day are dying. When he was presented with that number, he said, "It is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are." He knew all the way back in February how serious this crisis was. He knew it was a deadly disease. What did he do? He's on tape as acknowledging he knew it. He said he didn't tell us or give people a warning of it because he didn't want to panic the American people. You don't panic. He panicked. And even the people who testified under oath.
So let me ask you this.
Under
No,
oath.
go ahead, Mister. I'm listening to you. Wait a minute. You get the final word, Mister.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown. Excuse me. This.
Hey, let me
person.
just say to you. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland? Are you prepared to specifically do it? I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing. So what are you saying? I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace. Then do it, sir. Say it. Do it. Say it. You want to call them? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a name. White supremacists and white supremacists and right Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left. This is a left-wing problem.
My son was in Iraq. He spent a year there. He got the Bronze Star. He got the Conspicuous Service Medal. He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking about
like hell.
Hunter? Are you talking about
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking
I don't know, Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It
for
wasn't
cocaine
dishonorably.
use. And he didn't have a job until you became vice president. And once you became vice president, he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
That is simply
and various
not
other places.
true.
He made a fortune.
My son,
and he didn't have a job.
My son, like a lot of people we know at home, had a drug problem. He's overtaken it. He's fixed it. He's worked on it, and I'm proud of him.
But why was
I'm proud
he
of
given
my
tens
son.
of millions?
Mr. President, your campaign agreed to both sides would get 2-minute answers uninterrupted. Well, your side agreed to it, and why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
He never keeps his word.
Because
He
he does,
was
sir.
going to create thousands and millions of jobs, good-paying jobs.
But let him finish, sir.
He doesn't know how to do that.
$100 billion.
Trump, you
I'm
go first.
urging my supporters to go into the polls and watch very carefully, because that's what has to happen. I am urging them to do it. But I hope it's going to be a fair election. If it's a fair
You're
election,
urging them what?
I am 100% on board. But if I see tens of thousands of ballots being manipulated, I can't go.
I really like.
Oh, he's so handsome, what's his name?